Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the second part of the 1000 subscriber special. So this morning, on the 5th of February 2019, I hit 1000 subscribers on YouTube. I am a happy man. I am absolutely flabbergasted that I was able to achieve this. So, earlier today, I uploaded a video doing my face reveal. If you want to know what I look like, you can tune into that video because it is up there obviously. I wouldn't blame you if you're disappointed with the results. I was very hesitant in doing the face reveal because I know people have unsubscribed from channels after they discover what a YouTuber looks like. I've done that myself, which is a bit of a selfish thing to say. However, I made the promise to do a face reveal at 1000 subscribers, so yeah, that's been done. Sadly, for videos like this, I have to keep this setup that I've got. So I can't really show my face with something like this, because if I do, I have to slouch my body down, I have to lean back. When I get my face on camera, it's only in this sort of area here, and it looks like I'm pointing my head in some weird direction. And that's not worth doing, okay? So, just sticking with this, it works for me. So the point of this trivia page thing is, it's just to know more stuff about me, that's all it is. It's nothing personal, it's nothing that reveals stuff about myself. Well, it reveals more about me, basically. You get to know me a little bit better. But again, that's nothing revealing, nothing personal. There may be a few things that people will think, oh, for God's sake, Luke, what's wrong with you? But, you know, just deal with it. This was 3 pages long, but I've been able to reduce it to 1.5 pages, so that's a good thing. Just before we get into this, I heavily record videos in advance, so there are a lot of videos where I'm like this, but videos where it's set up like this, it is kind of its own thing. Where I mentioned earlier, I can't really show my face in this sort of setup. I could have made a stand or something to make the camera a bit taller, but with the arrangement that I've got here on my desk, I can't really do that. And I think the face reveal is going to be, you know, that one-time thing as well. If you want to see it, just tune into the video. There's no point in me making more videos in the future where I'm actually showing my face. But there are videos that are really awkward, so as I'm now dipping my toe into cosplaying, I did a Malfoy character cosplay, just like my own sort of Malfoy character from the Harry Potter franchise. And it's really awkward looking back at it now, because I didn't expect to hit 1,000 subscribers so soon. So yeah, I think I might have to change the schedule to get those videos up there first, because it's really awkward, and it's so cringy as well. But the thing is, I didn't make it with 1,000 subscribers in mind. So there are shots where I'm deliberately facing away from the camera, and the end of it is kind of like this, where my head's being cut off from the frame. But yeah, I'll have to make the changes. I think I'll have to go with that. But let's go on with this, shall we? So there are a few things people might like, some things people might not like, things that people may know. So my channel was made on the 9th of April 2012. There we are. I mentioned that on the original celebration as well. And it's taken nearly 7 years to hit 1,000 subscribers. Nearly 7 years. Wow. So that one I'm going to have to save for the 7-year special. So when I was getting on YouTube and I was looking up other channels, I tuned in to Yogscast. They are also here in Britain, and I've been watching them for, what was 2012 or something when I first tuned in? Shin made Crown Conquest a thing, like the map for the Crown Conquest PvP special. That was the first Yogscast video I was shown by a friend of mine in secondary school, and I've been watching them ever since. They are not the same as they are today, but, you know, channels change, I suppose. So something you may notice about me, when it comes to making these videos, I'm a bit loud. I can't really put a sentence together, but that comes from the fact that I'm not a sociable person. I don't like having conversations with people, I don't like being around people, but in front of a camera to 1,000 subscribers, I think, you know, you think it wouldn't be the case. It's very different, but at the same time, this is something completely different. So yeah, if you ever met me in real life, just don't approach me. You won't get anything out of me because I'm not a talking person, so there is that. Now, one thing I found quite amazing, when I was only 400 subscribers in, I actually did a collaboration with another YouTuber called Overload PG. You know what? Let's see if he's still kicking. We did Skyrim character build videos together years ago. The Skyrim character builds are available on my second channel. And if you do want to see what I've been doing, you can tune into the British Gaming Nerd YouTube channel. It is on there. Overload PG has been uploading. Oh no, Overload, come on, man. Your videos were so good, what are you doing? Ah well. Overload PG is still, he still has his channel up, so if you want to have a look at it, I'll put a link in the description. So yeah, speaking of the Skyrim character builds, I made 483 videos about Skyrim. Let's plays, character builds, they're all there. Again, the channel is British Gaming Nerd. That channel name was actually a previous channel name for this one before I decided to change it to my name. So yeah, there is that. It's a bit weird, but I don't know why I didn't keep it on this channel, because with how many views that got, it would have been so much better to keep them on here. Oh well. Speaking of games, I love Monopoly. I absolutely love Monopoly. I don't care if I win or I lose, just so long as I'm playing with someone. I love Monopoly. I also love the steampunk aesthetic. It's a very crazy look, and the whole steam thing kind of works with the Lego trains that I got over there. That's a cool thing, and of course that would make a great combination. I love hot and spicy food. Absolutely love it. My favourite colour is Midnight Purple. Such a good looking colour. I am a big fan of professional wrestling as well, and I've been watching for 11 years now. I can remember tuning in about January 2008. I think it was the first thing I can remember watching. It was John Cena versus Mark Henry in an arm wrestling match. I think that was January, but it was definitely 2008. Randy Orton was the champion back then. But yeah, I've definitely been tuning in for 11 years, and it's still going. It's changed so much as well, it's so weird. Now, I have said in a few videos when I go to make something, I would always have a podcast in the background. I don't listen to any music. I don't care for music. I'm not one for putting music on in the background when I'm doing something as well. I don't have any favourite bands or musicians. So yeah, I mean, there are a few songs that I have saved, and they are ones that I've kind of listened to from video games. That's how I discover my games. So, the ones that I have... Hang on, let's go to... Here we go. So, there are a few ones that stand out. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, Marty Robbins' Big Iron, great song. And the Fallout 76 version of Country Roads is another one that I've been listening to a lot. I know people hate the game, but the song, cool song. Where was I? So yeah, there was that. I hate coffee, and I hate fish as well. I drank a cup of coffee once thinking it was tea, and it just didn't go well. A lot of people love coffee, but a lot of people just don't like coffee either. So to all you coffee fanatics, just give me a break, alright? I don't need this. I am notorious for getting ulcers. I don't think this is one I should really put in there, but if anybody doesn't know what an ulcer is, just gross warning, okay? You might want to skip ahead. So these are things that can happen naturally. These are spots that you get inside your mouth, and at least once every month, at some point, I get an ulcer that appears, and they always last for so fucking long. It's really, really painful. So yeah, there is that. Like, if I was ever going to take an injury, it's an ulcer. It's awful. I hate travelling as well. I absolutely hate travelling. I don't want to go out when I don't need to. I have been to conventions, however. So I've been to Swindon a few times for the Steam... what's it? The Great Western Lego Show, that's it. It's held in the Steam Museum, which is really cool. I've been to... What's the other one called? Brick Live, that's it. I've been to Brick Live twice. I was a bit disappointed the second time I went, because it was basically the same as the first time. And I also went to London Film and Comic Con in July of 2018. That was a hell of a time. So cool. I also hate tattoos, piercings, and jewellery. I'm not one for tattoos. I don't like piercings. I don't like jewellery of any kind. You don't need bling to make yourself look good. Tattoos, if you want to get, if you want to get any of that, then that's your choice. But you'll never see me with any of those ever. Okay. Everybody's loving the superheroes right now, especially with Marvel and their Avengers. So good, I can't wait for Endgame. My favourite superhero is Captain America, as if it wasn't obvious enough. I have a whole playlist on my channel dedicated to merchandise and memorabilia and props and suits dedicated to the character. I've got a cosplay of it. I've got 2 Captain America suits, in fact. I've got one from... where are they? Are they behind? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got one just on its own banister thing, and I got one in the cupboard. So I got a suit from Civil War, and I've got the suit from Age of Ultron. I've done reviews of both suits, if you want to check them out, they're on the channel. And I've got about 20 different shields as well. Now, these aren't all full-size shields, but if I look to the side, I got 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I got about 20 shields. So, 14 of them are these mini shields. Again, they are all available on the channel if you want to see what they look like. They're basically just different painted designs of shields that will be suitable to different characters. There are some full-size ones as well that you could actually see from other comic books. I've done the green and gold Hydra shield, that's really cool. I've taken his classic shield and I've done... It's called Revengers, but it has like this silver star sign graffiti sort of thing near the top of the shield. It looks weird, but it also looks really cool. So I've been able to do that. I've got a full-size shield that was... It used to be there with all the Fallout stuff. Hang on. There we go. It used to be here, but all the Fallout stuff is there now. Yeah, so I got a full one. The metal one, that is, because, obviously. I had a full-size one that was the plastic model as well, but I've repainted that to be a Hydra shield as well. It's red and black. And it looks so good. So that's another thing to keep out for. And I've also made a completely unique design, which is kind of themed around Sam Wilson's Captain America. So if you were to hold it there, it's a bit of a kite shape. It's kind of like the Wakandan shield, but it's a bit wider. I kind of took like wing panel pieces on the back as well. That's its own prop shop video and DIY review. So I encourage you to check that out because it's very cool. So I am right-handed. Pretty much for everything. I will go to use my right hand on the keyboard, mainly if I'm typing something up. So, you know, I've got this hand here, I've got this hand here. But if there's ever a mistake, I'll immediately go to bring my right hand over. When it comes to grabbing something, if someone threw something at me, I'll go to put my right hand up first. It's just so natural for me to use my right hand for something. Except for the shields. I will always use my shields in my left hand. I prefer Xbox to PlayStation simply because I have an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One. You're not going to know what my gamer tag is because A, I rarely use it, B, I don't want you on my friends list, so back off. Some of my favourite series are the Tricking Snowboarder games for PlayStation 2. I've got it where is it actually? Because it's... Shit, where is it? I want to show you the game, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Ah, this game. So, I mentioned in the previous video, the 1000 sub special, the face reveal one. I hold the speed run world record, there we are, for this video game. Yes, I'm deadly serious. It's official on speedrun.com. All the videos for the run are on my channel. I don't have a proper video game setup, but then again, you don't need one to do a speed run. I've held that record for years. If you can find a copy of this game, get a copy, play it, you can bash through this in half an hour. I challenge everyone to find a copy of this game, play it, and challenge me to a speed run. It's brilliant. So let me keep that there. That needs to go on its own little pedestal or something because I love that game. Do I have the... Oh yeah, so that was actually one of them, believe it or not. Some of my favourite game series, so yeah, there was Tricking Snow, but that's not really a series, that's just its own game. The Super Mario Galaxy game, oh my god, it's such a good game. I've never played Galaxy 2 though. I've never been able to play Galaxy 2. I've seen speedruns of Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Games Done Quick is such a cool event for that. The Fallout series, obviously because you can tell by all of the games here. And Skyrim is another game I've wasted so many hours on. The Xbox 360 version in particular I have completed. But yeah, it's some of the best games, you know, obvious standout titles. Speaking of titles, this is an unofficial one, but to my understanding, I have the record for the longest Lego train to the scale of the tracks. So people have made, well, steam locomotives specifically, so people have made their own steam locomotives. You can see it on YouTube and Flickr as well. Things like the Triplex and Big Boy, you know, they're massive trains. But I don't think any model compares to the ones that I have made. Like the Emerald Champion, especially in its earlier days where I had 3 driving units under the boiler, really old version. Things like Big Red as well, where it's massive. Well, I can't really go beyond the frame, but it's huge. I've never seen anyone beat that size, so unofficially I hold the record for the longest train to the scale of the tracks, or as I've written down here, minifigure scale. Sure. So one thing that people may have noticed is that I'm more famous for making Lego trains on the channel. Anytime I've tried to do something else, people have just ignored it and shut it down, which is a bit upsetting, but understandable. And whenever I go to show off my trains again on Flickr and YouTube and wherever else, a lot of people go, oh, that's cool. But there are people who make proper trains, as in, they make models based off real locomotives. So people like the Brick Model Railroader group, they are huge enthusiasts for Lego trains, and they make models based on real locomotives. I can never really get my models through to them because they go, well, it's a fictional train, you know, the techniques you're using are way behind everyone else, so they're rubbish. To us, they're rubbish. And that kind of pisses me off a little bit because they say that they're big fans of Lego trains, and they are, rightfully so, but seeing people shoot down my models like that, it's a bit demeaning, you know? That's not fair. I thought you were supposed to be friendly. Ah, well. At least everyone here likes them, so that's a good thing. And finally, the last thing I've got written down, I've gone through this a lot quicker than I thought I would. The Christmas specials for 2017 and 2018. I don't think anybody ever paid attention to this, because in the description of the last videos for those specials, I wrote down what time I actually recorded those specials. So for 2017, what was it? It was the Lego Train Advent Calendar, if I recall. If I go down here, where is it? Where are you? But yeah, I've tried to do this as a traditional thing now, because doing Christmas specials, I think, is 2018 Christmas special, 2017 Christmas special. Yeah, it's nice to be able to have something active for the month. So for 2017, it's gone really dark all of a sudden. Yeah, I've got the dark effect on YouTube. Keeps things a bit easy for my eyes. So yeah, I did a Lego Train Advent Calendar where I built a small tank engine from scratch. And I think it was in the last video, in the description of the last video that is, I put up a little notice saying that this was recorded months ago. If I pull that there, yeah, here we are. So in the top of the description it says this was recorded in mid-October, and yeah, I'm right. I recorded the 2017 Train Advent Calendar special in the middle of October, because I thought if I'm going to be able to, if I can get ahead on it, you know, record it all, build it all, and get it all ready before December actually happens, it's going to make it so much easier for me to actually upload it. Because if I'm doing it all through December, that's going to be so difficult. So, recording in October isn't too bad. That's only 2 months in advance. But for last year's, for 2018, I actually recorded all of that in not that year. Yeah, in 2018. It was recorded in August. Yeah, in the summer. So I thought this was a pretty cool idea. It was not necessarily a Christmas challenge, so to say. But I thought, yeah, I think that will probably be the best time to upload those videos. That explains why it's really bright in those videos as well, because I've had to use some of the larger base plates just to act as backgrounds. It's very bright, very reflective on those backgrounds, and someone even said I could see your face peeking out on one of the reflections on the boards. But yeah. Right, there we are. So that is the trivia sheet for myself. I think trivia is the best word for that. A fact sheet, you know, whatever you want to call it. So just before we go, this is a little message for everyone. I think I've made this clear, but just for the sakes of the occasion, I want to say this now. So as you mentioned, or as I mentioned even earlier in this video, I am not a people person. I don't like talking with people. The social awkwardness is really strong for me. Something like this is a bit difficult for me to do. I thought it'd be a good idea to do a trivia sheet, and I still think it is a good idea to, you know, get myself a little bit more known so people get to know me a little bit better. However, trying to actually read this was really difficult because on the page it looks really simple to read. But even saying that one sentence, I don't even know if that was grammatically correct. I've never been able to have a good conversation with someone. I've never been able to get my points across when I've been talking with people. And when it comes to making these videos, it's really difficult for me to not repeat myself and make sure that what I say is correct. There have been a lot of moments in past videos, and because I've heavily recorded videos in advance, I've got to make sure that what I say is, again, correct. I'm not repeating myself, and it becomes just really difficult to make sure that what I'm doing is right. Videos like this, because you may, about a minute and a half ago, you may have noticed that jump, that cut between two different clips. That was me cancelling a take of me trying to get this video across. I think I've done too many takes. I want to just get this one out now because I can't afford to take too long because of the occasion. But yeah, please understand that in future videos, if I start to stutter, if I pause halfway through a sentence, if I'm not sure what to say, it's because I'm not good at talking. I don't want to make this all emotional or anything, but just please understand that whilst I love making YouTube videos, it's more difficult for me to actually do these than you think. And breathe. So yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching. 1,000 subscribers today on the 5th of February 2019. I can get rid of this document now. I don't need it anymore. Do I want to save? No. Let's go to these things. Trivia, delete. Don't need that anymore. Save a bit of space in my documents. Right, I need to actually rework my schedule a little bit given what I said earlier. So there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all ever so much for watching. 1,000 subscribers is a huge occasion for me. I hope that more people will tune into the channel, and I hope you enjoy the videos. So yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching. Just one more thing. Tricking Snowboarder. Look for the game, get a PlayStation, play the game, alright? Speedrun is a lot easier than you think. I have tutorials, well, I have the runs of, and even the ILs stands for individual levels. I have all the runs on my channel, so if you want to have a look at them, please do. If you want to ask any questions about the runs for this, then let me know. I do have details in the, I think it's the description of those runs, but then again, it's on speedrun.com. Either website works, so if you want to talk to me about this, then please say so, because, again, I encourage people to speedrun that game, because it's really simple. And as I've mentioned with past videos, if I can do this, I now have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. For me, that's absolutely incredible. If I can do it, why can't you? Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.